I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Here.
Mr. Scott?
Here.
Colonel Taylor? Ms. Claude Filter? Ms. Nyworth?
Here. Any special guests?
No.
Just us, huh?
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Architect, are you ready?
Good evening. I'm Corey Miller with AIP. It's good to see everyone again. Josh isn't able to be with us tonight. He had a family emergency, so I did walk the site over at Eisenhower today with Crossland's representatives, and we've checked off some of the punch list items. We were able to make it most of the way through the classroom portion, and I'd say they're averaging, about 4 out of every 5 punch list items as being complete so far, what we've checked. We did add some new items on there, added some clarifications to some things that may have been overlooked. So, but I'd say about 60 to 70%.
Did Eisenhower Middle have any damage?
From the ice, we had a couple leaks that were kind of the results of test and balance, changing the pressure in the water lines more than the roof leaks. I think there may have been one roof leak around the unit over at the kitchen, but we were very fortunate over there. No frozen pipes there. Yeah. Well, other than that, I don't have any updates to my written reports. Do y'all have any questions for me while I'm here?
We appreciate you staying in town. I know you've been here all day.
Yeah, and I'll probably be back. We've got a couple more days ahead of us to make it all the way through the punch list, but we're going to check each and every item. We'll put eyes on it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank y'all. Good evening.
Mr. Superintendent.
On the superintendent's report, the first one is the curb appeal makeover projects. If you've been by Pioneer Park, we're getting the new fencing, the replacing of the old fencing up there. Lincoln Elementary, the same thing. We're starting to replace some of the old fencing and some of the decorative there. Tomlinson, if you've seen some of the landscaping, and we took out those trees that were too close to the building and put new trees, it's really coming around. In MacArthur High School, we've approved to paint it, and so all of those are moving along. We'll probably draw another one out next month as we move along. Item B was the policy manual. That was on for the 18th, and that was to be approved the 18th. I think I've discussed that with y'all, so it'll sit on the bottom, approved on February 18th, so we'll just move it to March 11th, so it'll have the right date. So continue to share anything you see in that you may want to be changed. And then on announcements, the goodwill announcements, they gave me this. Am I supposed to run this? Okay, yeah, look, she didn't give me control of it.
That's dangerous.
Look, you notice how quick she said,
Lynn knows better.
You know, we did the Perfect Snow Angel Challenge, and one thing we talked about in our podcast with the snow was send us pictures of your snowmen and things like that, because we wanted the kids to have, if we had snow, although we were virtual, we still wanted the kids to use it as an eventful day. There's more you can do than, building the snowman can be considered educational if you're trying to think about the physics and the geometry. So, Lynn got some pictures.
I'm not freezing.
Great job to Lynn and her team. Very good. It's always great to get that. Appreciate all of our parents for sending those to us. Shout out for doing it. A couple other things today. The COVID vaccination clinic was held at Lawton High School. According to this, there are over 1,000 doses given. I know that Kathy said she counted 825 and picking them up, so somewhere between 800 and 1,000 doses were given today to our staff. Basically, all of our staff who wanted a dose got vaccinated today, the first round, so that's really exciting. I think that'll relieve some of the pressure on them. Again, shout out to our staff. We've said it over and over how grateful we are for what they've done. The last update, I'll save it for last because it's not good news, but update on our buildings. As you know, we did have damage. Eisenhower Elementary had some damage, minor, it's going, we'll have the adjusters look at it. Eisenhower High School had a little bit of damage. Douglas High School had some damage. MacArthur High School had some damage. Well, Douglas School, not high school. Lawton High had some. Those 5 schools had minor damage. Major damage, Freedom Elementary. As of right now, we're getting in Freedom tomorrow. At one point, that was a little iffy because we had to recharge the fire suppression to get the fire marshal to approve. I believe that's all been cleared, so Freedom will be existing. Edison Elementary is a different story. We knew originally there was going to be a trouble because it flooded all of it. Our staff, and again, this is a shout out to Edison Elementary, to the teachers that were working virtually at Adams. So the Adams virtual teachers are going to move to Washington and put all of our virtual teachers at one site. We're going to move the Edison kids into Adams, except for pre-K and K will be at the Learning Tree. So that'll get those kids back face-to-face. We know we want them face-to-face. Later today when we came in and we were assessing the damage, at MacArthur Middle School, it's a lot more extensive than we thought. It's going to take some pretty serious, it's probably 8 to 10 days of drying, and then after that, some repairs. So we put them virtual until further notice until spring break. And that's kind of funny, I'll say, when I called Lynn, because she has a daughter that goes to that school, she thought I was joking. She said, no, you're joking. You're not doing that to me. You're not making it. And I do hate that for our parents. The one thing, shout out to our staff and our leaders and our principals, is we're going to create spaces where students can come to school if your parents just do not have anywhere to take their child. I mean, I can understand if you got a 12-year-old at the middle school and you don't want to leave them home unattended and you have to take them, you need to go to work. You know, we're going to try to work with that. We're going to set up meals so we can still feed the kids. We're doing the same thing at Edison Elementary for those parents who just have to go to work. You know, just on top of the fact we've had 7 virtual days in the last 2 weeks, we know we're putting a lot of pressure on our parents, and so we're trying to create, and our teachers are communicating, and we're telling our parents if they don't feel like they're getting good communication with their teacher on how we can help meet your needs through this time, because this is going to be a struggle for all of us to just go on top of the struggles we have. But shout out to, you know, Karen and Teresa, our executive directors are doing a great job. Jack and his crew doing a great job. Just, you know, I can't say this enough. It's almost been a year since I've moved to Lawton. I've been working here. All the things that have happened, the shout out of the people who work here. I mean, you know, they were great. You know, it's great. Sometimes I look and say, man, we've accomplished a lot. We've made this go smooth. We've got people around the state bragging on how we've handled some of these things. Guys, it's a staff. It's easy for me to say, yes, it's a good thing y'all hired me and get this done. That's not true. Y'all had great people here, and the great people have gotten this done. And again, a shout out to Brandy and the Comanche County Health Department. That team work has been, you know, Dr. James was telling me, he was talking to a newspaper reporter in Tulsa, and she said, we know your guys got the best health department in the state. We know it's a superstar, but everybody doesn't have that. So tell us how you're doing your teachers, so we can write an article about they knew too. So that working relationship we have with Comanche County is known all over the state. And again, that's just to our staff. If you were at the shot deal today, our people, I mean, we bag on them, but Skyla and Denise and Kathy and a lot of other people. Lynn stood at the gate and directed traffic. You know, our people are getting where they help run those, and it's good for our district and our students to get as many people vaccinated as we can, because it gets us closer to normal. So that's my, any questions of me? That's kind of my, hope I didn't talk too fast, but.
You did good.
So.
Good. Item number 7 is the Booster Club sanctioning. Do you have a motion?
I'll move. I'll second.
Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Ms. Nyberg?
make a motion to approve it.
Hang on, her computer's slower than we are.
Much slower. I'm going the wrong way. I can't get it to. I'm sorry. Okay. Who made the motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Second.
Mark second, call the roll.
Miss Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Miss Nyworth?
Yes. Okay, C, approval of item that was previously pulled for separate action, none. D is approval of the minutes. That was in the consent agenda,
Yes.
so we should be able to keep right on down to 9. I just gotta get down there.
Number 10?
Do we need an executive session?
I do not need one.
Okay.
What about number 9?
9C. 9C.
Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was part of the,
No, it's not.
no, it's that's part of 9, executive,
9C.
that's on 10.
That's why I was looking at.
Yeah, you're good. We do not need it.
We're just gonna, we don't need that.
The 13A.
Okay, 13A, Superintendent's Personnel Report. Is there any questions? I need a motion, please.
I'll move.
Just remember, we had a correction I sent out at the last on that. Okay, just want to make sure everybody saw that.
Okay, is there a second down there?
Who made the motion?
Me, Bradley.
I'll second.
Okay, call the roll.
Miss Nyworth?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Miss Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
So the 13B we can't do,
Yeah, we can do 13B.
so we'll pass that to the next board.
No, we're going to do 13B if you're okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll make the recommendation that we hire Dr. Laura Pacino as our Executive Director of Finance. You know, she got her doctorates and her child is graduating this year. She's ready to move into the central office. You hate to move great principals, but sometimes if you don't move them,
They leave.
yeah, you got to give people a chance for it. And I know Lance was very happy to get her in his office, and getting people on the education side to understand the finance side is really it's a strength of the district. And she's a hard worker, and she's going to do a great job there. So we're excited about that move.
I think she'll do an awesome job.
You wanna make that motion, ma'am?
I'll move. I'll make that motion.
Okay, call the roll.
Who made the second? Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Miss Nyworth?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Miss Bradley?
Yes.
Okay, 13C is the board appointed positions. Did anybody have any questions about
And the
that?
adjustments of that are just on red.
Yeah.
So,
I make a motion, we approve them.
Second.
Call the roll when you're ready.
Miss Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Miss Nyworth?
Yes. Next regular board meeting is Thursday, March 11th. For spring break, we usually only have one in March, so that'll be a biggie for the whole month. Any board meeting dates we need to set?
no, ma'am.
Okay. Board announcements, anybody? Well, I have had several people today, teachers and counselors, excited. I'm gonna go get my shot. I was so glad we were able to do that.
Yes. And
I hope
again,
the parents understand it.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was-
too important not to put off.
you know, it was unlucky and lucky in the same, because the ice storm and the snow and the cold, giving us all those extra virtual days, made it like one more virtual day. But yet again, with 8 sites with some kind of damage
That's
and
right.
assessing damage, even if we wouldn't have had this day already
We'd had more
scheduled, we
schools
would have
closed.
had to decide if we probably would have had to schedule a virtual day today just to assess damage. A lot of schools have had to do that today, and it worked out. We had it all planned, so we were able to do the whole deal. We got 2 birds with 1 stone type thing, so
Well,
very excited about
I
it.
know Jack and our maintenance department have
Oh,
been putting
man.
in hour after, they worked all
Superstars.
weekend, and they're continuing to work tonight, I know.
Yes, our people are, I just, like I said, I
They're
can't
trying
get
to
over.
us back in, and they'll try to get Mac Middle back as soon as they can, I know they will.
Yeah, and if something comes of good, we'll move. I mean, obviously,
Obviously.
we picked a day to let people know that it's gonna be a little longer, so, but hopefully it's
Okay.
quicker. I'll just be tough. So,
All righty, I'd say that we are adjourned.
all right.